All right, welcome everyone. We are coming out of recess to the regular council meeting of Municipality of Tantramar, Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. I'd like to acknowledge we are located within the territory of Mi'kma'ki, the unceded ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Just before we get into number 5, I would look for any possible conflict of interest for what's presented to the agenda from staff or council for this evening. Seeing none. And one last item just before we get into number 5. I want to acknowledge that tonight is Miss Donna Beale's last council meeting with the Municipality of Tantramar, formerly Town of Sackville. Donna has been with the municipality for 15 years, and I was trying to rack my brains on what to say, so I will say a couple of things. Miss Beale has been a committed, dedicated staff member to this municipality through some pretty tough times. The world through a pandemic at us. Donna soldiered through that in her role. And then the province, a generational occurrence through municipal reform. Again, Donna was there to help us all out through that. And I think that that's a huge achievement. I have been in this position as a councillor and now mayor for 9.5 years. So of those 15 years that Donna's worked, I've been here for 9 of those. And I just want to say from a personal perspective how much I appreciate your mentoring and the help that you've given me. And you have made me a better municipal leader because of your help. And I really, really appreciate it. You will be missed around Town Hall. And I think your absence will be felt for a long, long time. So thank you so much for your 15 years of service. And again, personally, for the help that you've given me.
Thank you.
Okay. Happy retirement, yes. So moving on to number 5, public and administrative presentations. Oh, sorry. Yes, we have a motion coming out of in camera. I apologize. So if a councillor would be willing to read that motion, Councillor Finney, go ahead.
I move that council appoint Elizabeth Hartling as Assistant Clerk of the Municipality of Tantramar in accordance with Section 71 of the Local Governance Act for a temporary term ending on September 1st, 2025.
Moved by Councillor Finney, seconded by Councillor Tower. Comments, questions? All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, moving on to number 5, public and administrative presentations. We don't have any this evening. Number 6, adoption of minutes. 6A, regular council meeting, April 8th, 2025. Deputy Mayor Estabrooks, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor Black. I move that council adopt the minutes of the regular council meeting of April 8th, 2025 as circulated.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Estabrooks, seconded by Councillor Martin. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. 6B, Committee of the Whole meeting, April 28th, 2025. Councillor Martin.
I move that council adopt the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting of April 28, 2025 as circulated.
Moved by Councillor Martin, seconded by Councillor Hicks. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. 6C, Special Meeting of Council, May 7th, 2025. Councillor Butcher.
I move that council adopt the minutes of the special meeting of council of May 7th, 2025 as circulated.
Moved by Councillor Butcher, seconded by Councillor Gauguin. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to 7, consent agenda. There are 4 motions under consent, and there is 1 motion for that. Councillor could read that. Councillor Hicks.
Thank you, Mayor Black. I move that council approve the consent agenda of May 13th, 2025.
Moved by Councillor Hicks, seconded by Councillor Gauguin. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to 8, reports from administration. 8A, emergency mutual aid agreement. Chief Bowser.
Thank you, Mayor Black, members of council. So the draft emergency mutual aid agreement was presented at the Committee of the Whole on April 28th under the CDR 2025-038. A motion was passed to send the report to administrative reports. And this evening, I have a little bit of an update to provide as it relates to staff continues to work with our solicitor and insurance representatives regarding this agreement. The emergency mutual aid will be brought back to council at a future meeting, for additional discussion. So right now, we continue to work with those professionals to continue to provide feedback and look through that, and then we'll bring something back at a later date.
Okay. Thank you, Chief Bowser. Any questions or comments? I know it was just a brief update just to kind of say that the process is continuing, but any questions or comments on that report? Okay. 8B, motion from Councillor Debbie Wiggins-Caldwell, who is not here this evening. We didn't get a notice that she wasn't coming this evening, but she's not here this evening to read that motion, so we will skip that for now. 9, bylaws. 9A, bylaw number 2025-18, a bylaw relating to animal control within Tantramar. There are 2 motions, second and third reading. If a councillor could read both of those, that would be great. Deputy Mayor Estabrook.
Thank you, Mayor Black. I move that council gives second reading section by section to bylaw number 2025-18, a bylaw relating to animal control within Tantramar. Public notice is hereby given that Tantramar Council proposes to enact the following bylaws. Bylaw number 2025-18, a bylaw relating to animal control within Tantramar. Section 1, short title. Section 2, definitions. Section 3, registration of dogs. Section 4, rabies. Section 5, dangerous dogs. Section 6, seizing and impounding. Section 7, owner's responsibilities. Section 8, other animals. Section 9, trapping. Section 10, penalties/enforcement. Section 11, repeal. Section 12, enactment.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Estabrook, seconded by Councillor Hicks. Any questions or comments on the motion? Call for the question. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Deputy Mayor Estabrook.
Thank you, Mayor Black. I move that council give third and final reading to bylaw number 2025-18, a bylaw related to animal control within Tantramar.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Estabrook, seconded by Councillor Tower. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. 9B, bylaw number 2025-19, a code of conduct bylaw for Tantramar. Again, there are 2 motions, second and third reading. And if a councillor could read both of those as well. Councillor Butcher.
I move the council give second reading, section by section, to bylaw number 2025-19, a code of conduct bylaw for Tantramar. Public notice is hereby given that Tantramar Council proposes to enact the following bylaws. Bylaw number 2025-19, a code of conduct bylaw for the Council of Tantramar. Section 1, short title. Section 2, definitions. Section 3, application and purpose. Section 4, interpretation and scope. Section 5, code of conduct. Section 6, complaints. Section 7, council decisions. Section 8, corrective actions. Section 9, repeal. And Section 10, effective date.
Moved by Councillor Butcher, seconded by Councillor Gauguin. Questions or comments on the motion? Yep, Councillor Finney.
Yeah, I'll be voting against this motion. And the reason is because of the fact I think there's still some problems with it. One of the main things is the fact that the section where council decisions as to they will determine whether it is or is not a breaking of the code of conduct. In consultation with a couple of human resource people I spoke to, it should never be determined by council. It should be someone outside, and so therefore I find, because it can be very biased. If, for instance, and I'm not saying that's what's happened, but in some cases, the council may turn around and say, I don't like that councillor and I don't like what they're doing, so we're going to find a way to put them in their place. And so they turn around and maybe alliances are made in order to turn around and actually put that counselor in their place and made by the decision of council. So that's just one of the reasons. So I just won't be able to support this motion.
Thank you. Councillor Tower.
For clarity, as we go through this process and if council determines there is a breach, the appeal process allows for the next step to be investigated if possible. So that is sort of a backup for any councillor that may feel that council's picking on them, that they have that process, correct?
Ms. Did you want to speak to that?
Excuse me. So yes, in the actual code of conduct, there is a section for complaints and how they're handled, formal. For example, let's say it was something that was caught in a meeting on live stream that council could actually see. That may be an easy one that council deals with themselves. But there's always the option for an outside investigation to be done, if council determines that there's merit.
Thank you.
And I guess just as a follow-up to that, once council has gone through the process of a code of conduct complaint, saw it through to the end, whether it was something that council discussed themselves or if there was an opportunity to hire an outside firm, at the end of that, there's always the opportunity to then, if someone wasn't happy with the decision, there's always the opportunity to then send that code of conduct complaint on to the municipal commission. And the municipal commission would then pick it up and do their own investigation into that complaint. So there are ways that could play out. Councillor Tower?
Okay, thank you for that explanation. First, I will say that I understand the councillor's concern, and I will support his concerns, but I find that policy is supporting my support of let's make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So we've had a mover and a seconder, so I'll call for the motion. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? So, nay votes from Councillor Finney and Councillor Hicks. Motion carried. Councillor Butcher?
I move that council give third and final reading to bylaw number 2025-19, a code of conduct bylaw for Tantramar.
Moved by Councillor Butcher, seconded by Councillor Gauguin. Questions or comments on the last motion? Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Councillor Finney. I apologize.
It's okay. I was just going to add to it, as a matter of fact, that when I think of we consult with experts, when two human resource people who are experts in their field determine that actually it shouldn't be determined by council, it should be determined outside. And I mean, I know you can do a backup if you don't like council's decision, but they're saying automatically it could be very, very biased. The other thing is that some of the comments that were made by a political scientist from Mount A were saying that actually it could be an infringement on the Charter of Rights for us as individuals to speak the way we feel we should be allowed to speak in order to represent the people within confines of making sure that we use proper wording. But if we're not going to listen to those people, then I don't know why we're even consulting with experts in the first place. So anyway, so that's why I really feel that it still needs some work. But the other thing too, as a matter of fact, I don't quite understand why the government turned around and decided to make us have a code of conduct. To me, when we got elected and we got sworn in, to me, that was my code of conduct right there. So to me, it's almost like we got a double code of conduct, but that's how I feel. Anyway, thank you.
I guess I'll just remind council that we went through, I think, two for sure, conversations with our legal team. The last one was in response to the Charter of Rights. So whenever the lawyers look at a document like that, they consider that as well. The specialists that we deal with are our legal team, who have a background in municipal law, among other things. So, we did reach out to our own specialists as well. And I guess once again, I'll just reiterate that it's okay to have a difference of opinion. That's great. That's why we're here. That's what we should be doing. We should be talking about things, bringing opinions forward that are our own, maybe that are shared by people who live in our community. It's important to have those differing views. If everybody just believed the same thing, then we would just be rubber stamping everything all the time. But what's not okay is if it gets potentially disrespectful or whatever, puts the municipality at a potential and serious risk. At the end of the day, every decision we make as council is about risk mitigation. What can we do to make a decision that's the best for the community, but also making sure that we are protecting the taxpayers at the end of the day? And so the code of conduct is really that, making sure that we are protecting the municipality with every decision we make, everything we say. Doesn't mean that we can't have a difference of opinion. You can, and we do, often. So anyway, I wanted to reiterate that. But thank you, Councillor Finney. Oh, Ms. Beal, sorry.
Thank you. I would just like to make council know that there is a new oath of office. I mentioned this previously in the presentation of the new code of conduct. So anybody who may be considering running in the May 2026 municipal election, and we're fortunate enough to be elected to the Municipal Council of Tantramar, the last oath that has to be sworn to by all of council, I will follow the code of conduct established by a bylaw of the local government. And that is in the official oath of office from the province of New Brunswick, so.
Covered through legislation and regulation. Yeah. Thank you. So mover and a seconder, call for the question. Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Nay vote from Councillor Finney. Motion carried. Number 10, mayor and councillor statements and inquiries. Any statements or inquiries from council? Oh, Councillor Tower.
Thank you, Worship. I just want to thank Donna for the years that she's put in. She's been involved with me, not when I got elected, but shortly after. And there have been many times when I've gone in feeling I've got a really stupid question, and I come out with a positive answer and true encouragement. So with her professionalism and friendship, I want to thank her for their many years of service.
Well said. Okay. I guess this isn't so much a statement or inquiry, but I will just go back quickly to the motion that was on the agenda from Councillor Debbie Wiggins-Caldwell. This won't be lost, so we will cover that at an upcoming regular council meeting. So just so the council is aware that that motion is not just going to disappear. We'll bring it back up at the next regular council meeting. Okay. Number 11, notice of motion and resolution. I don't believe we have any. So moving on to number 12, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Councillor Tower, seconded by Councillor Gauguin. We'll switch it up a little bit. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, everyone.